There's something so captivating about a person's final words. We always lean in, right? We're looking for some last bit of wisdom, some closure. They just carry this incredible weight.
But imagine for a second, what if those words weren't just a look back? What if they could actually be a key, a statement that held a real, tangible promise for what comes next?
And that brings us to the very heart of what we're looking at today. This is a profound statement from the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. It directly connects a person's final utterance to the ultimate reward of paradise. Okay, let's really dive into this.
So, to really get what this promise means, we've got to look at where it comes from. Because this isn't just some old saying passed down through the generations. It's part of a very carefully preserved tradition.
This statement is what's called a hadith. The easiest way to think about hadith is as documented records, sayings, actions, even approvals from the Prophet that, along with the Quran, really form the bedrock of Islamic guidance. They add all this rich context and detail.
And look, this particular saying, it's not just floating around out there. It's recorded in a very well-known collection called Sunan Abi Dawud, which is one of the 6 major canonical books of hadith. So the key takeaway here is it has a clear, respected origin. And this is where it gets really interesting. See that grading? Sahih? That's an Arabic term, and it basically works like a seal of authenticity. Islamic scholars have this incredibly rigorous science for checking hadith. They trace the chain of people who narrated it all the way back to make sure it's solid. So, when a hadith is graded sahih, it means it's passed that test. It's considered reliable, authentic. All right, so we have established that we have a solid source, an authentic saying. Now let's break down the words themselves. What does this phrase actually mean, and why is it so powerful?
So here you can see the declaration in English, in Arabic script, how it's pronounced, La ilaha illa Allah, and also in Urdu. It's a phrase you'll hear all across the Muslim world, which just goes to show you how central it really is.
And this is not just any old phrase. This is the Shahada. It's the core declaration of faith in Islam, the absolute foundation. It's the first of the 5 pillars. It's that simple but incredibly profound statement of monotheism, the belief that there is one God and only one God.
Okay, so we've got the declaration down. Let's look at the other side of the coin, the reward. The hadith promises entry into paradise.
In Islam, that reward is called Jannah. It's described in the texts as a place of ultimate peace, an eternal garden, the final home for the righteous. This is the incredible outcome that the hadith is pointing to.
So, say the words, get the reward. Sounds simple, right? But is it really that straightforward? Well, the deeper understanding of this suggests there's a lot more to it. You see, the real significance here isn't just about managing to say a specific phrase at the very end. Islamic scholars have explained that it's actually meant to be a reflection of your entire life. Think of this declaration, the Shahada, as a compass for your whole life. It's supposed to be the internal logic that guides your choices every single day. How you treat people, your honesty, your patience when things get tough. It's a constant pull towards one single truth.
So the big idea here is that for these words to be on your lips when you die, it's not some last-minute password to get in. It's seen as the natural, final expression of a belief you held in your heart your whole life. It's the culmination of a declaration that you truly lived, not just one you managed to speak at the finish line.
And that really leaves us with something to chew on, doesn't it? How can one simple sentence carry so much meaning that it can define both the journey of a life and the promise waiting at its end?